Good morning, John here again. Well, I figured it out. Yeah, Tony from Bluetti sent me a picture of where to push, and I think what was goofing me up, um, well, I don't know. Back when I was in school, they didn't have ADD. I was just considered the fast one in the slow group, I guess. Maybe that's why. But anyhow, what threw me off was the screen, um, the slave. If you, I deleted those videos that I posted for the Blue Eddy Tech guy to watch. But if you remember, if you ever saw them, the screen came up and it had master, and you'd poke on it, but it didn't seem like it was doing anything. It would just beep. Well, what you had to do is you actually had to, even though you couldn't read the slave, you had to press it. And once you pressed it, then it highlighted. The instruction videos that I watched, either I missed it or it didn't show that. To me, it's kind of confusing on because the screen, you would think the button that you're going to push would be highlighted. Well, you couldn't even read it hardly. The slave was very faint. So anyhow, I don't know if anybody else is having those problems. Maybe not enough people are hooking these up in split phase. I don't know, but it sure threw me once I did it. Once he sent me that picture of, press here, even though it's not highlighted, it worked fine. I'm up and running. I've got this unit here is my slave, or no, this unit is my master, and it's running as the master, and then this one is running as the slave. And I've got the generator cable, the same generator cable that I use on my Kubota diesel when I need to use it. I've got the same, I'm using the same cable. I've just got it plugged in there, up and over, and in where I plug in my Kubota diesel, or I used to. I won't be doing that unless there's no sun. No. But yeah, it's working fine. It's working great. And I've got the transfer switch in the basement, and I don't have the breaker for the boiler. I just got the essential breakers on, both kitchens, the laundry room, and the two freezers and everything. So I think overnight, I come out and checked when I got up this morning, and the master was down just under, I think it was down, the battery was probably like 91 last night %, and when I got up it was 70 something, so about 20% the master. I noticed the slave, the battery didn't go down as much. It was about where it was last night, so I don't know how all that works, but now I got to figure out, I got to read the manual. I'm not sure if you can still use the like when you hook them in split phase, you just press the power on the one unit, and then it automatically turns that one. I don't know if the same goes for the DC output, if you can still use the USB DC. I got to read the manual, see how that works. But yeah, thank God, praise the Lord. finally up and running. It's been a long time. Now, kind of a nice morning. I'm not quite as humid. The cicadas are starting to. Here, I'll walk back here, and they're still kind of noisy. But yesterday I was out on the river, and they didn't seem quite as many. So I think maybe they're on there. As we're speaking, one flies in my head. Yeah, I don't know how long they last, maybe a month, but it's not quite as deafening. The other day when I did that video on my, when I completed my fixed solar panels, you could hardly hear me talk. It was so loud. See, I got a dead tree there I gotta cut down. Yeah, anyhow, the mystery and saga, split phase saga is over. So, all right, you all have a good one. God bless.